Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dilshad and today we will discuss another topic of B.Ed English Pedagogy, and that is lesson planning. In this video we will discuss importance of lesson planning, advantages, characteristics, aspects and Herbertian approach of lesson planning. It is very much important topic for both the years of B.Ed. Before discussing our first point, let us discuss what is lesson plan. So, it is a teacher's daily guide for what students need to learn, how it will be taught, and how learning will be measured. It is instructor's roadmap of what students need to learn and how it will be done effectively during the class time. As the name suggests, we have to plan our lesson, how we will introduce our lesson, which questions we will ask to students, which activities are we going to perform in class, and how we will make our lesson more interesting for students. All the things are included in lesson plan and many more things also. So it is basic idea of lesson planning. Let's discuss its importance. So through the lesson plan, subject is organized properly. It creates proper atmosphere for teaching learning process. Here, work of teacher is well organized, less chances of wastage of time. For students, previous knowledge is recalled through new knowledge. Lesson plan is very much important to make our lesson more interesting and easy for students. It is a scientific and systematic way to teach any unit or lesson. Before teaching the lesson, the teacher gets all the knowledge of unit. As a B.Ed student, we have to play role of teacher, and there are many students in front of us for whom we have to teach, and it is totally new experience for us. So sometimes a person gets scared of it, and because of fear or less confidence, we forget the points of our lesson. In that case, lesson planning is very much important. With the help of lesson plan, no difficulty is faced in it. It improves confidence level of the teacher. So these all are importance of lesson planning. Let's discuss our next point, and that is advantages of lesson plan. It saves times and energy of students. With the help of lesson plan, all the teaching learning process is pre-planned. So it saves times and energy of teacher. It makes the teaching process interesting. It makes the teacher free from anxiety. It enables the teacher to select proper teaching aid and to use them properly. Teaching aid means the teaching material that we have to show to students while teaching the lesson. With the help of that, they can easily understand the lesson. It increases confidence level of teachers. Teachers faces no difficulties in teaching. It creates proper environment and discipline in the class. It links new information with the previous knowledge for students. So these all are advantages of lesson plan. Let's move to next point, and that is characteristics of ideal lesson plan. A lesson plan is a written form that outlines our entire period. Here are some points. With the help of that, we can create our ideal lesson plan. A very first point is our lesson plan should be in written form. While making lesson plan, we have to determine the aims and objectives of our lesson. There are mainly two types of objectives, general objective and specific objectives. So both these objectives should be clearly defined. We have to include reference and reading material in our lesson plan. It should be related to suitable teaching method and its use. Different capacity and abilities of children should be kept in our mind while preparing lesson plan. An ideal lesson plan is good arrangement of teaching material to give important assignment to children. It should include questions and examples also. So these all are characteristics of ideal lesson plan. Let's move to next point, and that is aspects of lesson plan. As you can see on the screen, there are mainly four aspects of lesson plan. So let's discuss it one by one. Our first aspect is aims and objectives. While preparing a lesson plan, we have to set the goal of what the students will learn from this particular unit. It is called aim. So after clarification of the lesson, the teacher should decide the aims and objectives of teaching English in general and specific sphere. Second point is techniques and methods. To make subject more interesting and effective, the teacher should think over the various methods and techniques. The methods may be discussion, drama, narration, lecture, or storytelling. By all these methods, we can make our class more interesting. Next point is teaching aids. Teaching aids means teaching tools or teaching material. Proper teaching aids should be used in lesson. The teacher should collect the material according to his lesson. Fourth point is reference. If we use any story, quotation, or book in our lesson plan, so we have to mention from where we get it. We have to write the source of it. It is called reference. So the teacher should also include reference material so he can easily explain the lesson effectively. So these all are aspects of lesson planning. Let's discuss our next point, and that is HERBERTIAN approach about lesson planning. HERBERTIAN approach is also known as traditional approach. Most of the institutions of teachers' education have adopted this approach. This approach more focuses on presentation of the subject matter. It is also known as apperceptive mass theory. According to Herbert, 5 steps of lesson planning are as following. As you can see on the screen, Herbert has divided lesson plan in 5 steps. We will discuss all the 5 steps one by one. The very first point is introduction. In introduction, teachers have to use previous knowledge of the students to link them with the new knowledge of the subject. We can test previous knowledge of the students by asking questions, by showing audio and visual aids, by some activities or performance, or by telling stories or events. So these all are methods to give introduction about your unit or lesson. Our next point is statement of aim. After giving the introduction, teacher have to declare the name of the topic. The teacher should state the aim, saying that today we will learn about the whatever the name of the lesson or topic. He should write the name of the topic on the blackboard so that the learners can understand what they have to learn. Third point is presentation. We have discussed only what to write and how to write in lesson plan. Now comes the most important part of the lesson plan, and it is presentation. If the lesson plan is well written but not well presented, then all the hard work is in vain. So let's discuss how to give presentation of lesson plan. First of all, the teacher should read the passage with proper pronunciation, intonation, stress and speed so that students can learn how to read a passage. The purpose of reading is to enable pupils to know the exact way of reading. In presentation, we can ask questions and introduce unfamiliar words. We can write new words and summary of the lesson on board. In presentation, we have to explain the whole unit in detail by giving examples and using various types of teaching materials. Fourth point is evaluation. After the detailed explanation of the unit, there should be evaluation of the lesson. Here, teachers test the students for what has been taught. In evaluation, we can ask questions, fill in the blanks, match the pair, and MCQs. These all are types of evaluation. Fifth point is assignment. Teacher gives some assignment for homework to the children at the end of the lesson. It can be question answer, short note, and translation. So these all are 5 steps of Herbertian approach on lesson planning. Let me sum up the topic. In this video we have discussed importance of lesson planning, advantages, characteristics, aspects and Herbertian approach about lesson planning. So that's all for today. If you found it helpful, then do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching.